Hey Tim, hey Elliot, this is Neil from Dorkaholics.
Hey there,
Hey
how are you?
Neil, pleasure.
Nice to see you, man.
Thank you. I'm still recovering from binging all 8 episodes of On Call. I
Awesome to hear.
You guys
Recovering in a
really
good way, I hope.
emotional, the high t stress, attention. You guys really create an amazing series that captures. I mean, I don't know. I've never been a police officer, but what I imagine to be the high stakes life or death, like circumstances of being a police officer.
Thank you for saying that. We appreciate that. That's high praise.
I wanted to start off by asking Elliot. I know you've ran your whole gamut of the entertainment industry from like being working at WME, but before that you were at UPenn studying urban studies, and I wanted to know if that played any role in influencing or preparing you for being a co-creator on Call.
You did your research.
Wow,
I love
it's
it.
impressive.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
I actually did urban studies and cinema studies. So the two sort of went hand in hand, I guess, to prepare me for the experience. But short answer is, yeah, absolutely. I spent a lot of time um, studying Philadelphia as a city and how it's structured and so forth. And I think that lends itself to sort of first responders as a whole. But I would say that the research that we did for this show is much more applicable to what you see on screen.
And for Tim, I don't want to leave you out. What past experiences in film best prepared or influenced you as a co-creator on this series?
I'm sure my time on Chicago PD, really helped. That's where I learned how to write, was on that show, a network TV show. Like you have to learn how to do it fast and do it well. It also, set the template for this. We wanted to make it exactly opposite of what a network show was. So I had all of the knowledge of what I've written in the past, and we didn't want to do anything like that. And we wanted to make this its own unique thing. So Chicago PD was very influential on a lot of this for me.
When we talk about what kind of maybe not makes it opposite, but sets it apart from other police shows audiences may have seen, I think the use of mobile phones as well as
Mm,
body cams
mm.
really places the audience in scenes that haven't been really seen before. And I wanted to ask about the decision making behind that. Do you imagine what is the best scene or moment to put on body cam and cell phone footage? Or do you look for the best scene as possible to make sense for the plot? And then figure out how do we put that on the mobile phone and the body cam.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I think there's a couple different answers to that. But firstly, there's no more relatable lens in the world today than the cell phone. Everyone has one in their pocket for the most part. So we felt body cam, dash cam footage also being on the internet, on the news, that using these relatable lenses created a level of immersion, gave that visceral feeling like you're actually with these characters. That was the goal. As to when we actually use it, I mean, from day one, our goal was to ground this series as much as possible. And there are times when body cameras are on and off for a police officer. So we use that first and foremost as guardrails of when we could use body camera.
Mm.
Yeah, the
Uh,
deeper we got into
yeah.
production, I think we just started running body cams for the whole duration. And we would get in the editing room and then decide what we wanted to use rather than in the script. You're not really scripting, we're going to do body camera, unless we wanted to make a really cinematic, entry point into a certain call or scene.
Mhm.
But really, by the end of the shoot, man, we were running those things all the whole time we were in the scene and then picking and editing.
Oh wow, that is incredible. I mean, that sounds like there's a lot that was left on the editing
There
floor.
certainly was.
Mhm.
Yeah, there was.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Elliot and Tim. It's been a pleasure speaking. I can't wait
Thank
to
you.
talk with more people about On Call.
I appreciate
Please
you.
do.
Thank you,
Appreciate
man.
it. Thanks.